Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy! Welcome back to more Pokemon Platinum! Last time, we reminisced on lost Wi-Fi functionality of yesteryear. Yeah, that was about it. This time, with all 8 badges at our disposal, we are heading off to north of Sunny Shore City toward Pokemon League. Hey, Emil! What the? You went and got all 8 gym badges of Sinnoh? Aw, you, that's wicked, I envy you. But don't think you've won, because I'm gonna be the toughest trainer ever. You watch me! He's talking to you. He's staring at you through the lens of the camera and breaking the fourth wall. He means business. Before, I was dreaming. I just wanted to be like my dad. Now things are different. I thought about what being a trainer involves. I thought about what Pokemon are. I'm gonna get tougher one step at a time. I'm not gonna challenge you to a battle now. I hate to say it, but I know you're tougher than me. But not a whole lot tougher. Just a little. Our difference is about a yard. Nah, not even an inch. What I'm trying to say is, I will catch up to you in no time. If you don't hurry to the Pokemon League, I'll leave you in my wake! No, nobody tell him that he's very rapidly running away from the Pokemon League. The sooner he learns on his own, the more he will grow. Saying that he's our friend is one way of putting it. Saying that we get along is another way of putting it. Must be wonderful having a friend like that, or frenemy as it may be. A person you can share anything and everything with. A person you can compete with without fighting. This is not his usual side. He typically forces me into fighting him. He was just feeling generous/cowardly today. It made me feel sort of warm inside seeing you two. It may seem odd, but I'd like you to have this as my thanks. Right on cue, HM07 Waterfall, the very thing Volkner said we needed to reach the league. The hidden machine, yes, we've said all this just now, Jasmine. I don't know how I should say this, but good luck. With HM07 Waterfall also at our disposal, I say that we go and do a little bit of refrigerator shuffle. We need to bring an HM user along with us if we want to get to the league, and that means that one of our team members has got to stay behind and not make the journey with us. They got to stay in the PC. But who should be swapped out for Derpidius? Who indeed? Oh, you know it's Supernova. Not even gonna drag that out any longer than I already had. Supernova has been over-leveled pretty much the entire journey. I feel like this is everyone else's chance to catch up. I'm probably not going to need Supernova's moves. Not that they would have hit anyway, but... Point is, I don't need them even if they would hit. So I'm gonna go off to Canalave City real quick, shift around some moves under Piteous, and I'll be right back. We've got it all, and by all, I mean everything that does not fly, defog, or flash, just the way I like it. Got Surf on Vanity, got Rock Smash, Strength, Rock Climb, and Waterfall under Piteous. Waterfall is a very viable move. It is physical, I believe it's 90 power, 95 accurate. I hope I got that right, not backwards. And it does have a chance of flinching. It is a viable move that you do see run even competitively in present day. So if you have a physical attacker that can learn it, by all means, don't let what I'm doing stop you from teaching it. It's just how I personally decided to go for it. Vanity's attack stat is nothing special, so that's why I did that. And now we're out onto Route 223. You might be thinking that our adventure is over, but it's far from it. We have so much left to do. We're not anywhere close to the league. It's gonna be a while before we get there. It's quite a long road. Got a heart scale starting things off right there, and it has been a while since we've had any trainers of interests, and that is exactly what she is, right here. I like her, she said that she's determined to go to the league no matter what, and she's just kind of meandering in the same spot, going back and forth. You have a Luminion on your team! Insert joke about not wanting to deface your team by getting one yourself or wasting your effort or something like that. I've made enough insults at the expense of the Finneon Luminion family. You know the drill by this point. It's so pretty, though. It has such a lovely cry as well. It's so nice. I wish you were more useful. I really do. I feel so bad being mean to you. You're so majestic and beautiful and so many other things that I like. This is so hard. What is? Losing won't make me quit. I mean, this is my dream. Pokemon League isn't going anywhere either. Well, I heard somewhere in Unova... Okay, no. I should not be saying that out loud. I don't believe are a trainer of interest. Excuse me for wearing my bikini. Whoa, lady, I didn't say I was opposed to you wearing a bikini. Okay, that's a bit more piggish than I usually am, but I saw the opportunity and went for it. I'm sorry. She's not a trainer of interest. Not in the traditional sense, at least. And what is it with the Meryl family having the worst faces in their Platinum sprites? They're probably the only bad Platinum sprites to speak of, and it's consistent through their whole family. Idolin grew to level 45 right there. Was I multitasking too much, battling and swimming at the same time? What do you say after we battled you? When I'm in my bikini, I'm a loss at where to carry my Pokeballs. If I may make a suggestion, you have 2 Pokeballs, and, okay, no, I should not be saying these things. Alright, so off this way, we have a little bit of an offshoot. And down it is an item ball. TM18 Rain Dance. Personally, I have no use for it, but if you have Thunder on your team, or you just in general have a lot of water Pokemon on your team, maybe you taught Waterfall and you want to have something to raise its power, it's a good move, but not anything I'm going to personally use. There is not a pathway down here. I guess that means that you're required, huh? Didn't remember there being anybody required on this route. I train at a Pokemon gym too. Don't think you're going to win easily. I gotta say, sir, if you train at Sunny Shore City Gym, and you're a swimmer, color me impressed. I really am. You have a Mantike on your team, and that brings me to the fact that there is a single solitary new encounter on this route. Mantike, yeah. Mantike, the only Pokemon fusion in the entire series, a very unique Pokemon. It must level up with a Remoraid in the party in order to become Mantine. It's worth noting that every wild Pokemon on this route can be encountered as high as level 50. Personally, I'm a big fan of Tentacruel, and I'd recommend that if you can find it at level 50, but this is Mantike's bio, I'm getting sidetracked. Due to the possible level encounters, it's very feasible to get Hydro Pump on Mantike at level 49. Its biggest stat by far is special defense, and it can definitely take some hits once it's evolved. Heck, even before it's evolved, I would hardly describe it as frail. And that water flying type can be a bit awkward for some teams to deal with, so it might be useful for that alone if you have a spot for it on your team this late. Other than that, there's not a whole lot more to say about it other than using a Heart Scale can get some fun moves on it, like Signal Beam, but this is Sinnoh. I'm sure you know by this point how valuable those Heart Scales are, what a wonderful mechanic they can be, and if not them, then those shards that give you those Move Tutor moves. You are being a pain, though. You're using Bounce. That is a flying type move that's very similar to Fly, but has a chance of paralysis. I don't think we've seen it so far, so I'm gonna switch to Idolin. I was kind of hoping you'd miss right there. Good, at least I'm not paralyzed. Not like it would have mattered, because I got priority. Yeah, I'm fast as a Dimensional Warper. What of it? Let's take you out, and you only have 1 Pokemon left, right? Center. So, Remoraid. I'm going to switch over to Scythe, and I gotta say, it feels a little bit weird to have this journey come to a close. A lot of the time, these Let's Plays, they go by a lot faster than I expect. But in Platinum's case, I'm going to just come out and say it. This has been a big undertaking. Like, these videos have been really formidable to put together. A lot of them have taken longer to put together than I thought they would, and this has been on the scale of doing a massive RPG series, just with how much information goes into each video, how much editing can go into those. Also, this swimmer is not impressive after all if he trains at Crash or Wake, Strim, typical swimmer. I guess to be fair, it would be really annoying just training against Gyarados and stuff like that if all you have is water Pokemon. Healed up really quick there. There it is. I said everything on this route can be encountered up to level 50, and sure enough, my team is not that high leveled yet. That's kind of insulting how close I am to a level up, so I encountered a level 46 Pokemon. Be prepared for that. Your repels are useless on this route. To swim every sea there is. That is my dream. I decided to talk to this guy from the side just to save us a little bit of time. This guy, Swimmer Colton, is yet another trainer of interest. Yeah, we really do have a lot more to do here. So Scythe, you're just going to go out there. You're going to chop that thing up into bite-sized pieces of a seagull. Kind of gruesome when I say it like that. Can't imagine it really having all that much meat on it. It looks kind of bony, especially in the wings, which is the thing that you'd probably be eating. I'm thinking way too deep into this. It doesn't even have like a... Yeah, you couldn't like cook its body. It just is like a head with... Wow! This got really dark. He has an Octillery on his team, which is something that you're not too likely to be raising yourself. So if you're not, here's where you can see it. Simple as that. And I guess while we're doing this battle, I can talk about a bit of a personal experience that I had with this particular area that's kind of stood out to me. I don't know if this was a common thing to see around message boards back when Diamond and Pearl were new in Japan, but it was certainly a common thing in my circle of friends, and it was really frustrating. It was that images of Jasmine standing on that beach hit the internet within a day or so of the game coming out in Japan. And I remember everyone freaking out, at least that I knew. Not because, oh, Jasmine is in the game, that's awesome, everyone loves Jasmine. No. I knew so many people that were taking a screenshot of Jasmine in the game as confirmation that Diamond and Pearl was going to have Johto as a second region, similar to how you could revisit Kanto in the second generation. And it was such a rampant mindset among, like, everybody that I knew that I can't even begin to count the number of people I had to tell, no, that is not the case. And even then, they still didn't believe me. They were just like, no, you're being pessimistic. It totally means that. Ugh. Are you serious? Totally are. Slow Sinnoh item menus that make reviving and fully healing your Pokemon take 2 minutes. That is what editing magic is for. I spared you all that. Speaking of editing magic, I don't think I need it for selecting a repel, because I at least have the foresight to have that at the top of my item menu. So we go forward, a little bit more that you can do in the way of preparations is picking up this Ultra Ball. That can always be good. That was very well timed. But now that we have 8 badges, I don't believe that we could buy full restores after 7 badges. I could be wrong on that, but I did go to the store just to see what we could get, and sure enough, we do have full restores right now. I didn't buy any just because I don't need more than 200 HP recovery at any point. My Moo Moo Milks do me absolutely fine. That sounds very awkward. This dive ball is also very awkward. I don't think I'll be fishing and need to use that at any point. But yeah, you can do that. I don't personally think that I will. I'm just gonna surf over this way, and I guess also is something else that I can bring up on this road! Rare candy! Whoa! Yes, that's exactly where I was going with that. Something very important to bring up this route. There is a rare candy right there. You want to pick that up. As good of a tip as that is, I was going to say something not nearly as exciting. There is a swimmer on this route that has a Tentacool on his team, and another that has a Tentacruel on his team. You would have to be so incredibly repel happy to have not seen either of those that I'm not gonna fight those guys, but know that they are on this route if you want to see those. Now, we've reached the gate of Victory Road already. This came a lot sooner than I thought it would. What do you have to say? Victory Road confuses me. I should drop a map. This is not 1998. We have the internet, thank you very much. Stay fighting never listen to the goal, long and arduous Victory Road. Yeah, we've kind of been around this block more than once. So what I'm thinking we'll do right here is... Okay, now that we're at the gate of Victory Road, we have our HM move of Waterfall. And what's really neat is that, if I can go outside and show this, now that we have made it this far, we can fly back to this Pokemon Center at the top of the waterfall anytime that we want to. So since this is a pretty good stopping point, I think now we're gonna go around the world and we're gonna get all the items we can get using Waterfall. Let's do it. Solaceon Town's not actually a waterfall spot. I just remembered that I didn't go buy 24 Moo Moo Milks between recordings like I wanted to. Thank goodness that I said that awkward thing about Moo Moo Milk, or I wouldn't have remembered and I would have been very unhappy when we got into Victory Road. Perhaps I'm making this come off unnecessarily dramatic, because there's not all that many waterfalls around Sinnoh, and this isn't really going to take that long, but you gotta understand, this is it. These are our final preparations before our final battles on our journey here, you know? And this is the elusive HM that would be our gateway into the Pokemon League. It's also a pretty darn good move, so there is that going for it as well. Believe that... Okay, no, it's not even hidden, yeah. These items, there's not really a whole lot of them, like I said, but they're good stuff. Which our first candidate is a Carbos. Of course, I'll take that. Now, while I'm on this route, there are hidden items atop waterfalls in Mount Coronet. We saw this on our first visit, and I did mention, or at least allude to, I actually don't even remember what I said or even if I acknowledged them at all. I shouldn't make it sound like, yes, I said this one, I'm not even sure myself, but there are waterfalls with items atop them inside of Mount Coronet. We are not going to be getting those in this suite. Sounds really weird that we wouldn't, but trust me on this, we will be getting those at, shall I say, a later point. Please tell me that Sweet Ride still knows deep. You know what the best part of that was? I think I just got done saying earlier in this video, hey, I didn't have defog and that's the way I like it. Well, yeah, now I have defog and that's the way I don't very much like it. I was saying that there really aren't that many waterfalls all throughout Sinnoh, and there's a very good reason for that. They're all clumped together in this one route near Celestic Town. This way. It's under this, I think it is? Is it? It's reacting. There, somewhere. Meadow plate in the wall. 2 make matter, and 3 make spirit, shaping the world. Even more cryptic things that now make a lot more sense now that we've met our mythical Pokemon. Kind of begs the question why these plates aren't there later on. I guess to encourage replayability, so yeah, I answered my own question right there. Besides, if they just spelled everything out on the table, it wouldn't be interesting, and it wouldn't feel all, ooh, I'm confused, I want to know what's gonna happen next in the story, and all that good stuff. This looks really bad, actually. The way that this cliffside is protruding outward, yet it's perfectly shaved to these waterfalls, it looks kind of weird. Sorry. Not that the waterfalls themselves look all that good. I think they're kind of one of the more sorry-looking things in here. Wave incense. I believe that lets you breed a Mantine to get a Mantike. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. And that should do it. If you're curious at all about those items that you can find on Mount Coronet, I think the only one that could possibly be of use to you right now is a stone plate. But you should have a hard stone by this point, especially if you've been digging underground. They give those things out by the dozen down there. But with all those preparations done, our journey is coming to a close. Next time on Pokemon Platinum, we step through into Victory Road. See you guys then.